We are Marola and Ali, and after years of hard work, we are saying goodbye to our apartment to start living in our self-built van. But what rarely gets filmed are the crazy days before a great adventure. We feel a bit overwhelmed and we just ate expired chicken nuggets on the floor. What's it really like to quit your rent to start living in your car? Stress levels are at an all-time high, I can say. And how do you downsize all of your stuff? Oh my god. So this is the countdown story of saying goodbye to our old life and saying hello to the unknown. It's so exciting. Welcome to the set of Building Otis. It's now less than 2 weeks away from takeoff with our van, and I feel so excited and scared as well, and also overwhelmed because there's still a lot that we have to do. This is the place from which we built the van, the garage, and it still has to be cleaned up. But before I can get to that, there's actually some things that still need finishing in the van. In other words, the van is not completely ready yet for this big trip. Let me show you. The most stressful thing is actually that we have a little roof leak. Right here, next to the fan. At least we know when it happens and where it happens. And now I just have to have the trust of putting in the ceiling and then see if this fits. Keeping an eye out for when it rains really, really hard. So that's one important thing. One. It feels so good to finally look at our nice blue ceiling again, all in one piece, but there's more. Nope, that doesn't fit. Now it does. It was about 5 years ago that Adi and I moved in together. And when we were looking for apartments, he said to me, "Why don't we live in a van?" And I was like, this guy is just crazy. What is he talking about? But then that feeling of wanting to try that dream became bigger and bigger. And now it's actually quite unbelievable that in less than 2 weeks from now, we are going to try and live in this van that we built ourselves. And we took a long time to get here. Actually not sure if I like how this turned out. Looks like a tea towel or something. Trying to move from a house to a tiny van is definitely not easy. Our current house is about 54 square meters, if I'm not mistaken, and our van is just over 3 square meters. So with every item we have in this house, we are trying to decide if we either want to take it into Otis and take it with us, throw it away or sell it, or store it for later. And that's not an easy job. As you can see, our house is an absolute mess right now. But we're gonna do something about that. Off to the basement. That's from my backpack. Should also go. I'm sure I'm not the only one, by the way, who has a bag full of bags. What about this stereo?
Wait, it also has a cassette player.
Yeah. Are you changing your mind now?
That's pretty cool, right?
You see, this is exactly the dilemmas that we've been going through for weeks now. Storage.
Could give it to Luca.
You might be thinking, you guys, aren't you way too late with all of this? We are not, because due to a small medical thing I have to fix, we have postponed our takeoff day by 2 weeks. Don't worry, it's nothing serious, but it had to be done. But that means that we have 2 more weeks of time. And I think we're gonna need it. Maybe you can say something now about what kind of items we're keeping and why.
I mean, I think there's different decisions we're making, right? Like this I'm keeping because it's one of my first knives. I was gifted this knife like 10 years ago when we left Australia. And what else are we keeping? Like our furniture that we will use if we ever get an apartment again.
So I guess it really comes down to some items that just have sentimental value, right? Or like emotional value to us. And secondly, items that we think we might need again in the future.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you never know what the future brings, and I mean, we also don't know how much we're gonna like van life, right? Let's be honest here. All right. In Germany, it's very common to put a box on the street with stuff that you don't want anymore and put a note on it saying something like, "This is to give away." And I love that because I really think that it's just one of the best feelings to be able to make someone else happy with the crap that you don't want anymore. And I found so many things on the street which I'm still using today, happily. You might find that nasty or something because it belonged to someone else. But the truth is that we just have way too much stuff in this world, in my opinion. Found a box. Should I carry something? I guess that's the last loot for today, right?
Yeah.
Speakers or something. So, what do you think of the loot?
Pretty good.
Let's see how long this box will stay here. Oh my god, you guys, I have really good news. Oh, don't worry, it's just my stitches that hurt a little bit. Everything went well, and now look at this over here. It appears that, except for this bag, all other items have been picked up by other people. Oh, this is heavy. Which makes me really happy, because instead of having to throw 5 to 6 items away, I probably only have to put 1 in the bin. Oh. Another thing that we took care of today was making sure that Otis is up to date when it comes to his maintenance, because he was showing some weird symptoms, I gotta say. And Ali is actually picking him up from the garage as we speak. Oh, actually there he is. Oh my god. Please tell me that everything is fine with this car.
At least the plastic smell is nothing to worry about. And then there's this other thing. And then there's this one thing is a bigger deal.
But the question is, do we still have to fix these issues before we leave in less than 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good morning, everyone. It is just a couple of days away from us driving off into the sunset. But most importantly, before that, we have to make sure that our house will be completely emptied out. So stress levels are at an all-time high, I can say. And the last few days, we have been super busy getting rid of all of our stuff. But today is gonna be fun, because I'm gonna work on the car and install some of the last things that need to be installed before our trip. And one of these things is actually going to make our lives so much cooler. All right, the first step is done. It looks so good. My drill is empty. My goodness, I forgot how hard it is to build anything in a car. Can you tell already what this is gonna be? If you want to see how we turned this rusty old van into a tiny house, don't forget to check our playlist of how we built Otis. Alrighty, come on, tiny bolts.
Hier ist die Mobilbox von...
Yes, hello, this is the mobile office of Ali and Marola. Could you please report to the garage?
Okay, sure.
It's a standing desk.
Nice.
'Cause we wanna sit last. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Remember those ugly ass aluminium doors? Well, no more. I am so happy with the result. I think the wood looks amazing and I can't believe I was able to pull off this standing desk before takeoff. In the next couple of days, Ali and I are gonna have to continue downsizing. I'm curious how many boxes of things will actually be left in the end. How do you pack up your whole life? What does it really boil down to? 10 boxes? 15? I don't know, but we're gonna see. And one thing's for sure, this property is still by far not empty yet. Babe,
What's up?
tell these sweet people what happened on Saturday.
Saturday, we have packed all of our stuff. No more apartment life for us.
A big truck came and took all of our boxes. I counted 15 to 20 boxes, and all that's left now has to fit in this van, and it seems kind of impossible.
I am surprised Marola managed to fit all of that stuff in the van already.
Oh my god. So to sum up this day, we've been trying to fit things in the car. We feel a bit overwhelmed, and we just ate expired fake chicken nuggets on the floor. That's all I have to say for now.
It's now 7:30. It's our last day here. This is our progress. Where I started running. I'm just trying to get a couple steps in before the long drive.
It's takeoff day! And I have really good news. I just came from pulling my stitches and I don't have skin cancer! Yay! Now we have 1 million last things on our to-do list. So, wish us luck. We are 10 minutes away from leaving this house, handing in the keys, and driving off.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Both of us cheesing. It's done. We're officially houseless.
Houseless but not homeless. We're taking off and we'll see you somewhere in Spain, France, Portugal.
Across the border. See.
Bye!